Okay, so uh, just a different thought. Yeah, I still haven't got a tripod, but I'm doing better today. Um, I mean, like 10 in the morning, so uh, I just had a major deja vu, and deja vus are one of those wonders of the world. The Matrix, obviously, it's a glitch in the Matrix to let us know that we are in a computer simulator. Uh, as far as real world or without the idea of the simulator, some people believe that you're on the right path. Um, yeah, a bunch of things. I feel like potentially they seem to happen when there's major milestones in your life, potentially. In fact, my wife and I had talked about this. God, just like it wasn't a week ago, max. And it's like, wow, I just had a really big deja vu. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. Deja vu. Yeah, deja vu, you can't really ever do it. It just happens. You just have to keep playing it out, which means like you just like for me, I try to just focus on the fact that like the colors and the smells and everything that I know is relevant, they stay as relevant as possible. And I try not to, push forward. Otherwise, it just, I mean, they never last longer than 20 seconds. Maybe it feels like forever sometimes. But, anyways, yeah. So after I said that, she said something, and we were like, "Oh wow, you must be on your right path." And so, if I'm on my right path, man, I don't know where she was, cause that's just to me that's like the priest saying, God is what do they say? God is challenging you, or it's God's plan. That's what, yeah, God's plan for you is for him to kill her, or it's God's plan to take her away from you, because 2 kids, family, friends, it's just a bunch of stuff. Like, she could have done so much in this world, helped so many people in this world. She definitely did. She helped just bring light to people's life. She was, like they always say in the TVs, just lit up a room and stuff. That's not a lie, but anyways, subject. Yeah, I just had another major deja vu, and I feel like the significance of it is that this was what significance is. Like, my anger, my stress, my panicking attacks, like just everything that has accumulated in the last week, just me going crazy and freaking out and screaming and crying and throwing things, and the fact that it just comes on so just fucking out of nowhere. Like, I can talk to right now there's a screen, obviously there's nobody, but I can talk to somebody that I don't know. For instance, they said this in another video that sometimes I can talk about her and our life, and our plans, what we want to do with our life, and like we had property, we were we're building and such, and we had this and that we were gonna do, and she'd get something in the mail that she had ordered offline, like, look what this, look what came, and it's a sign for your front porch or out by the driveway or something like that, and all excited. And so now, like, you drive down the street and you'll see like nice houses right around the country, like, oh, like, could have done that or this. Not anymore. No, not at all. So, anyways, because it just comes on so powerful, though, like out of nowhere, it feels like, where like I'm fine, fine, and then just hits you like a ton of bricks. The saying is very true. I don't know what a ton of bricks would feel like, but I mean, it's close without dying, I guess, because probably die. Anyways, yeah. So the fact that these very strong feelings just come so harsh out of nowhere, it kind of goes into the spirits, kind of like how, the idea behind the spirit might be that they, before they died, whether it was right before they died, the way they died, left an impact, or like a stamp on time, so that's why you see them potentially. Sorry, I keep itching, which makes it shakes its camera, I'm sure. But so yeah, so spirits basically, what happens is the person in real life before they died caused this, the vibration, or something that keeps repeating itself over and over again because of there's so much feeling and energy there. And I'm sure I've exerted a lot of energy in the last few days, so maybe that is what caused the deja vu last week, and obviously today, just now, to where that's why there's hey, this means something, like there's something significant happening or going to happen, or has happened. For instance, today, the idea of what I just said, unless the residual is I'm losing my thought, I'm sorry. A deja vu could be from the past or the future, obviously. So like the one I had before she passed might have been because she was going to, and some of the feelings I've had from that and now is what caused me to have it then. Having said that, if that is true, then that means the deja vu I just had now is potentially going to be in the future, unless it could potentially go both ways. And tons of other examples, I'm sure, of other things that do that. Where you're doing this, yeah. Excuse me. Anyways, I suck at this. I will get better, I'm sure, but yeah. That's really all I got. I apologize. I know I need to be writing this down so that way I can have better organization with my mind and what I'm going to say to you guys. Just little Cliff Notes and shit. More they call them Cliff Notes. Probably some doof. Anyways. Yeah. So, this is my thought or idea. Deja vus are like a spirit in a way for yourself. So it's something that the energy that you're creating at some point in time, whether it's the past or the future, and you sensing it at that moment and feeling and seeing as if something that moment anyways is something you've done before, or recognized somehow. So that's my idea. Having said all of that, I personally am a man who tries to find the simple explanations for so many things. So, example, when we had our house, after our friend passed away, like days after, my wife was in the kitchen looking down the hallway towards the bedrooms. It's just this long hallway. It's got like several lights. I don't know if you guys know the Denny's restaurant. They have those lamps that came down over the tables really close, little ball lamps. We had something like that, and we had several of them in the hall. And one of them, the one that was in front of the master bedroom towards the end of the hall, was spinning. I mean, like, the whole thing was, going like this. It wasn't just spinning and around. It was like the whole thing was circling. And she actually got on videotape. I will try to find that. I will find that sooner or later, and I will post it on one of the videos in the future. But it's a short clip. But yeah, it's just shaking and slowly stops in the end. Myself personally, I came out of the bedroom right as it ended, basically, but I did get to see a little bit of it. And so I immediately ran around the house trying to recreate why I would have done something like that. it could have been the wife. She was too far away to do it, and then run down the hall or something. She definitely didn't like running, so yeah. Anyways, I tried to recreate that, and I couldn't at all. There really was no explanation for it. On the other hand, I also don't have some PhD in physics or stuff like that. So maybe if you look into like the electrical universe potentially, then maybe it has something to do with electricity in the air. I don't know. So it goes with this too. As far as having the deja vus, as I said before, I try to focus on the smells and the colors, but it's also the touch. It's like everything combined, and really, because of that, the explanation I came up with in the past was, well, the smell, the taste, the smell that I'm smelling, and the feel that I'm feeling on the fabric of the blankets, let's say, in the bed, and the smell of popcorn, because we're going to watch a movie or something, and so like all of those things combined have an impact on your brain to go, hey, I recognize this, and this, and because all of these things are something that you've experienced in the past, your brain takes those and combines them in a way, I guess you could say, puts them together, and so it becomes this overwhelming sensation in your brain potentially to go, oh wow, hey, I think we've done this before. This is really, really similar to this other time. Remember that, guys? Yeah. But like, not only did the smell of the popcorn, remember that, but like the feeling of this, the velvet on this blanket. Like, yeah, no, you're right. That feels very similar and everything. So it's just your brain being retarded, I guess. So maybe people that have more deja vu as you have, the more retarded you are. Just kidding. That's dumb. Sorry. I have a lot, guys, so this is a way better video than the other ones I've had. Maybe I'll try talking about her soon. So I wish I could say that the deja vu was something significant. I mean, if it is, then they suck. It's not something you want to have, because if that was the case, then I lost my wife, I love my life, to some, mystical powers, because that's fun. And now I just had another one, which, again, is either residuals from her dying, or maybe I get to die now. That could be fun. I won't do it on purpose, but I would not pass it by. I can't stop itching. Sorry. One more thing before we go. I will also say that after our first best friend killed herself, we had several experiences, like the lamp thing, but not. I mean, there was different things. And then her husband killed himself a little bit after that. Other best friend, very close to these people. So when he killed himself, that's when the lamp thing, and then actually my wife had an experience too, where like she heard me come home, wore construction boots and such, and so she heard my boots walking up and down the hall, walk past the bedroom and go into we had a nerd room back then, and turn around and come back, and she called my name out several times and never answered. She walked out to the hall, nobody there, and then I came home like an hour later. So she was really, really, really freaked out by that one, because that was all by hearing the person breathing kind of thing. So she was pretty spooked. And our best friend Jeremy, who passed away, also was in construction, wore steel-toed boots, and he was a big dude, like 6 foot something. I don't know. I looked like a midget next to him. So he was a pretty big dude, and it was his, like she said, that style of walking. Just if it wasn't me, it's something like when she realized that it wasn't me. I mean, like when she went to the hall, it was like, oh, it's not Bert, and then she put it together like, well, actually the walk wasn't his either. Like Bert's, a little petite little dwarf or something. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah, whatever. Nothing. So anyhow, what I was getting at was, so the last couple days I've had several knocks now at my door here. I actually have two doors. There's an upstairs door kind of and a downstairs door. It's hard to explain, but I'm not sure which one the knocking came from, but it's just a 3-knock kind of style, which is very common when you think of, if you look into like spiritual stuff. But what it means, who knows? Yeah. Anyways, man, I'm gonna have to edit these things once I get my computer doing what I want it to do. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll upload this one, and if anybody wants to listen to it, that's awesome. Again, at the top corner of your your video, if you click on the little 3 little dots or whatever, pulls down at some options, and there is the speed, playback speed. We speed it up like at least to 1.25. This is what I do with a lot of videos. If I'm watching, Black Conservative, sometimes I gotta do that with him because he likes to do the visual, the hugging and stuff, and just he repeats himself. And great guy, but man, yeah, he needs an intro for that area of like how to become a family member, because I feel like I've been united into his family I don't know how many times now, but man, glad I am. But all right, yep, talk to you guys there, bye.